To expose the dorsolateral aspect of the forearm, make a circumferential incision round the elbow joint and make another circumferential incision around the carpal joint. These two incisions are connected by a vertical incision corresponding to the dorsomedial line of the forearm. Reflect the flaps on the sides is now exposing all the extensors of the carpus and digits. This is the cephalic vein, which is an upward continuation of the dorsal metacarpal vein. It passes upward and joins with the brachial vein. This is the accessory cephalic vein, which is an upward continuation of the medial metacarpal vein. It joins with the cephalic vein. This blue-colored structure shows the course of cephalic vein in the metacarpal and digit region. This is the lateral cutaneous nerve. This is a branch from radial nerve which passes under the lateral head of triceps and descends down on the lateral aspect of forearm. This is the dorsal cutaneous nerve of the forearm. This is a branch from the axillary nerve passes under the scapular head of deltoideus. It supplies the skin on the dorsal aspect of the forearm. This is the medial cutaneous nerve of the forearm. It is a continuation of the musculocutaneous branch of the median nerve. This nerve supplies the skin on the medial aspect of the forearm. Cutaneous nerves and superficial vessels have been removed now. This exposes the dorsolateral aspect of the forearm, which is occupied by the extensor muscles. They are extensor carpi radialis, medial digital extensor, common digital extensor, lateral digital extensor, and extensor carpi obliquus. This is the extensor carpi radialis. It is the largest of the extensor situated on the dorsal aspect of the radius. It originates from the lateral epicondyle of the humerus and is continued by a large fleshy belly. Then the belly becomes narrow and succeeded by a thick tendon. During its course, this tendon is crossed over by the tendon of extensor carpi obliquus muscle. It is finally inserted to the dorsal metacarpal tuberosity on the proximal end of the large metacarpal bone. This is the medial digital extensor situated lateral to the extensor carpi radialis. It originates from the lateral epicondyle of the humerus and the belly is succeeded by long narrow tendon about the lower third of the forearm. Then the tendon passes down the metacarpus, gradually inclining medially and passes down on the dorsal face of the medial digit. The tendon is finally inserted to the second and third phalanges of the medial digit. This is the common digital extensor. The muscle originates from the lateral epicondyle of the humerus and from the ulna. The belly is followed by a tendon which passes down the carpus, reaches the metacarpus, gradually inclining forward. At the level of fetlock joint, it divides into two branches. Each branch is inserted to the extensor process of the third phalanges. This is the lateral digital extensor situated lateral to the common digital extensor. Just above the carpus, the muscle belly is succeeded by a tendon, passes down the carpus, reaching the metacarpus gradually, inclining laterally, and reaches the dorsal face of the lateral digit. The tendon is finally inserted to the second and third phalanges of the lateral digit. This muscle is the extensor carpi obliquus, situated below the other extensor muscle. It occupies the lower part of the dorsal face of radius and ulna. The tendon passes downward and inward, crosses over the tendon of extensor carpi radialis. It is inserted to the tubercle on the posteromedial aspect of the large metacarpal bone. This is the long cutaneous branch of radial nerve which passes down the metacarpus. At about the lower third of the metacarpus, it gives off the medial dorsal abaxial digital nerve. The blue-colored structure accompanying it is the dorsal metacarpal vein.